Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and I got a special little solo because I have a viewer, Louie, who always jokes around um, my love for Thing and his love slash my hate for Hercules. Maybe not hate for Hercules. I just But he's like, "What? I posted some solos earlier with Domino, Venom Pool, and a cheese fight with Doom." And he's like, where are the Thing and the Herc solos? So I said, well, not this week, but maybe I'll go back in with Thing later. And after thinking about it, I actually thought Thing would be plenty capable of doing this fight, so I gave it a try. So this Eternity of Pain bargaining week 2 fight with Kraven, it's got outside in, where if you're far away from the defender for 3 seconds, you get rooted for 4, so you always want to try to be in close proximity for at least a split second to have that kind of reset. It's got Riot, so he's going to start out fully unblockable. If you throw a special, it will remove the unblockable but replace it with an unstoppable, and then if you throw a heavy, it will remove the unstoppable and replace it with the unblockable, and back and forth. It's got Matador. If Kraven throws a special 1 or special 2, you get 1 bar of power. So even if he throws a special 2, you're only getting 1 bar. You don't get 2 bars or anything like that. Return policy, if you nullify a buff, he gets a full bar. And you're going to see right here, parry, hit him, he gets the full bar, because when Thing throws a special, if you notice, he's got that little blue passive icon, and that allows Thing to nullify unstoppable buffs. So now that we've gotten rid of the unblockable buff by throwing the special, and then we had our passive unstoppable remove thing that Thing has. He doesn't really even have a name, but we remove the unstoppable, and now as long as we don't throw a heavy, which, you know, generally you do like to, I do like to throw heavies because you can activate protection, and you know, it's got the most damage out of all of the basic attacks. But as long as you don't throw that heavy, you pretty much shut down the unblockable, unstoppable part of this fight, which is very, very handy. And then it's got defective defense. If you block, you can get a 25% disorient that stacks, and it can really jack you up quick. Now, if you know Kraven, that little purple shield icon that he has up in the top right, every time you put a non-damaging debuff, so like a stun, a weakness, other debuffs that champs, you know, might put on. I mean, Thing only has by himself a weakness on a special 1, or he can apply stuns, you know, through parry or through the special 2. But if you apply those, you have a 10% reduced duration for every application. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of times I parry. Now that's really not ideal for Thing. There you see I totally missed an intercept, because you do want to build up his rock stacks and then convert those into furies. He can get up to 60 furies of those passive, and you know, you can do some pretty decent damage. I mean, he's not the. Now I meant to. Now I'm trying. You saw the first one before that. I'm trying to parry the special 2s. That one I just missed and I ate it. And the reason behind that is, I know it will trigger protection, so I basically will take no damage, but I will be able to get the 5 rock stacks. Well, in that case where I miss, I only got the 1 rock stack. But Kraven's L2, that hits so hard that it's going to trigger protection. So if you parry the defective defense, it's like a 50-50 chance that it will apply. And yeah, we're just trying to push this guy to the special 2. There you can see I blocked it. Now I got a disorient on. And one thing I will keep in mind of is if I do have a disorient on from blocking a hit, and then he goes to throw his special 2, and that disorient is still on, I will not try to block and parry it. And I'm not going to try and block and parry when I don't have the protection ability active. So like right there, it's on cooldown. Granted, even though it's on cooldown, it probably still would hit past the cap. Yeah, I probably should have just kept on doing it. As long as you don't have the disorient up, you should be good. If you have the disorient up, it can really jack with things, rock stacks and protection abilities. So we're throwing off another special 3 after his special 1. This will also avoid the trap that is set by his special 1s. And you're going to see towards the end of the fight, he's going to throw some special 1s, and you can just Dex immediately counter into a special, and it will go through the trap. Now, the one nice thing is Thangs specials actually have a lot of reach across the map. So whether it's the special 1 or the special 2, he can clear traps that are set by Kraven pretty easily. So it's not the worst thing there. You can see I tried to block that one. It just blocked it and didn't get it. Looks like it didn't get the parry off. The disorients, if you got willpower, it will heal you up some. You know, for a lot of this fight, I was kind of under 50. So like right there, boom, immediately counter the special 1. 1 hit, throw the special, and that will clear the trap. And yeah, just stay close, because you got that root timer from the Riot node. It can be really annoying when that goes off if you're kind of just dancing too far away and you don't get in close proximity to reset the timer. I think there might be a time in this fight where I actually get rooted because of that, but generally when I was fighting this, I felt like I didn't have that much of a hard time trying to bypass that root mechanic. And yeah, you know, looking back at some of the video that I was doing, should I have been parrying more? Probably. And, you know, I would have not gotten the stuns after I've gotten up to, you know, once you get up to probably like 8, 9, 10, the stuns probably wouldn't have been long enough to actually get a combo in. But you can see that was on our 4th. We still had plenty of time to get a combo in, but I was just trying to use them sparingly in case I got like cornered or something like that. And yeah, we're gonna try our best, although I don't think we do it very often in this fight. And some of the other fights where I failed, basically my whole goal was to push Kraven to special 2 and then try to get to my special 3 with 20 rock stacks, because you convert all those to furies, you get the unstoppable, the unblockable, and you get this extra passive fury, which basically amps up all of your damage for like 8 seconds, and you can put out some decent damage. So that special 3 hit for 25k, which is not anything like too crazy, but I'm fully unblockable. I got that fury up, and you know, doing some pretty decent damage. And then one other thing is, if you do get the disorients on and you have maybe too many, if you just dash back and hold block, it will consume one of them. You have to hold it for like 0.2 seconds or something. Now there, I totally missed, but you can see, boom, the reach on Thangs special 2 was well more than enough to clear that trap, which wasn't even on the screen when I threw the special 2, and it cleared it. So here again, counter, if you happen to get him to throw a special 1, just immediately counter 1 hit into your special, and as long as your special has, you know, forward animation, you can clear the trap fairly easily. And yeah, we're getting close. You know, we've taken some hits, we've taken some damage. But the nice thing is if I do get hit, any hits are going to build up some rock stacks. Potentially some of those hits, if they were going to bleed Thing, which he's a bleed immune, he would just convert 3 of the rock stacks into passive furies. And if Kraven hits way too hard, he'll trigger protection, which is nice. And yeah, so Things are pretty tanky for this fight. You can see we're up to 8 of those endurance charges, but we were still able to get a combo off on that parry. Yeah, it's a long fight. I just did this for fun. Is Thing a great counter for this? No, but he's a viable option, and he takes out that unblockable, unstoppable garbage, which can be a little bit problematic. And yeah, I mean, he's not the worst counter, but he's definitely not the best. But I think he's a viable counter. Now, does he meet any of the objectives? Nope, he doesn't. Will anybody else probably use Thing? Probably not. But I just wanted to showcase that Thing can do this fight, and I had fun. I had fun doing this fight. I actually think that this fight is pretty well designed. I like the challenge in it. It really keeps you on your toes. It really makes you fight differently to get around all the mechanics that Kraven has with the nodes and all that kind of stuff. And there you go. We got the solo. 248 hits. 9 minutes of fighting. Definitely not a quick option, but Thing gets the solo. And I'm going to showcase some of my fails. So the first attempt that I did, I actually had a pretty good run. It was fairly decent. Got about half off, and then I missed an intercept there, and I died. But when I did that, I was like, you know what? Thing can actually do this. I had a number of attempts, maybe like 10, where just at the start trying to do an intercept to deal with the unblockables there. I thought I was going to solo on that one, got down to 12%, and I was anticipating him to rush in, and I was going to smack him with an L2, and yeah, he didn't. But I had a couple runs that were fairly decent. I think I did it about, it was like that solo was on my 15th attempt. But yeah, I had fun. And even though it's not always a solo and I mess up, it was a lot of fun. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Louis, hope you enjoyed this if you watched it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.